today we are at Stow-on-the-Wold and this is the Church of St Edward's. Now, if I remember correctly, I will be putting at the front a picture of the square for Stow, which is where the Battle of Stow took place. So if you stand in the market square, you can only imagine the scene of 4,000 men and cavalry in battle. There is blood said to be flowing down the streets into the gutters, and there's a street here called Digbirth Street, and it means Duck's Bath, which was called Duck's Bath because they said after the battle ducks were swimming in the blood in the streets. Now, upon this surrender, there's a Plymouth, I think it's called a Plymouth, and a plaque in the market square that Ashley's, he was the commander of the Royalists. He sat down after he surrendered and he said, "Gentlemen, you may now sit down and play, for you have done all your work. If you fall not amongst yourselves." These words were what he said at the end of the battle. I don't know what they mean. I'll say it again just in case you get what he said. He said, "Ye gentlemen, you may now sit down and play, for you have done all your work. If you fall not amongst yourselves." I'm presuming he means to fall out amongst themselves, maybe, because they'd lost the battle. And, you know, it was the end. The Royalists were done. The Parliamentarists was won. It was basically all over for him. So, inside the church, we will go in a minute, and there is a grave inside the church. And another little story inside the church. And it does say it's open, so I'll come back in a minute. Okay, so we're inside the church now, and it's completely empty at the moment, so I'm going to do a little film for you rather quickly. Hopefully you're picking this up because I'm trying to be a bit quiet because we're inside the church. So I'm going to go up to the altar area because there's one grave particularly I want to show you, and it's to do with the Battle of Stow. So we're going to continue with the Battle of Stow with this gentleman here. Well, I say gentleman, he was very young, and his name was, as we say, sacred to the memory of Hastings Key. Now, he was only 22 years old, and he was the only officer killed during the Battle of Stow. And I should say the date of the Battle of Stow because I failed to mention at the beginning of the video. And the Battle of Stow took place on the 21st of March 1646. And if I can get really close, if I can to you, because as I said, there's nobody here today, so I can get quite close. Now, here is the arms of his family. So it's not very unusual you can get this close to it. So there's the helmet there if you have a look. I believe that's the helmet. I'm sorry about the shadows, but I'm just trying to show you how the detailing is on here. We have a little more skull here. We have a skull on this side. He was a very forthright young man because before he entered into the battle, he had written his will. Which is quite sad. I think we can get right down here. See? I do believe some of that's Latin, and you can see at the bottom. There we go. That's what I wanted to show you. Okay, so here's a bit more. So after the battle, more than 1,500 men of the Royalists were taken prisoner and held here in the church because it was the largest building in Stow, so they were held here overnight. So what we're seeing now would have been full of Royalist soldiers. I can imagine they would have been injured among them, so the scene must have been horrific. And I do believe the ones that didn't make it through the night were actually buried in the churchyard, but there was obviously no memorial to him, so that was sad as well. As I said, I am trying. This is me trying to read off notes at the same time, so I just don't worry about my ramblings. Right, okay, so we move on to what else can I tell you about this church? Oh, I have another little story to tell you, which is around here, so give me a minute and I'll find what I'm looking for and I'll come back to you. Okay, this is an interesting window. It has a number of memorials around the bottom. First is to Susanna Bullock, but what is interesting about the window is a gentleman also remembered on here, and that is Quartermaster Sergeant John Charles Bullock, who was aged 39 when he died. Now what's interesting is he wasn't buried here, but he is actually out in Zoolander, I should say, where he died at the famous Battle of Ismailia. His body was said to be found, but they're not 100% sure, but they do believe they found it. He was born here in Stow, brought up here in Stow. By trade, he was a a pharmacist, and he had his own business out there, done very well. He was part of the Natal carbines, I think it is. And obviously he thought he was doing the right thing, but he lost his life. So if you want to hear more about it, or read more about it, John, you can read that in our latest book, More Tales from the Tombstone. Now, one of the most famous names it's not famous, but he would have been in his time, the parish would have known him, was the Hayward family. Now, Dr. George Bully Hayward was the doctor of Stow for many years, and in here you will find memorials to his mother, and you will find memorials to his father and to him. Now, why I bring up George Hayward, so this is his father here. He died quite young, he's 49. I can't actually get him on here, but you'll see now. I'll send you around. There's one in here too. If we have a look, if we go around here, should be his window to his mother. Yeah, this is the window to his mother. George was the doctor that attended a gentleman called Reams, who was attacked across from the road from what is now the police station, and he was later to die in his hotel room. And the hotel room, obviously the hotel I should say, is no longer there, it's now the police station. So I'll do a film on that later for you. This wall is dedicated to the First World War and the Second World War, all the men of Stow that were killed sadly, and there is actually a memorial book here to the men of Stow that passed away, and you can see it's rather a thick book, but it's well worth a look. And there's a book here you can pick up. It's on the Stow-on-the-Wold memorial, so that's worth a look as well. It's not to tell you, the church went into disuse for a while, but it was brought back into use. It's all in the book, more details. Just go and look on Amazon for our book, which is More Tales from the Tombstone. It tells you a lot, well not a lot, a fair amount about the book. And what this video is not showing you is all the carvings in here. Absolutely beautiful. So come and have a look, pick up the book, and you'll have a small guide to the church. But as I said before, our books are more linked to the stories behind the graves. So there is a lot more to learn about the church if you come in, and you can see all these beautiful windows. muddy, so hopefully I won't fall over like the other day. So up we go. Here we go. This is the badly worn grave of the Haywood family, and if you watch the video you will learn that George Haywood Bully was doctor at Stow-on-the-Wold for a number of years, and he attended the badly wounded Marines who had a murderous attack upon his person. The story can be read in Misdeeds and Murders. It's our book, available from Amazon. It's a sad story. He was badly assaulted, beaten, whatever you like to call it, and left for dead. And he did die. And there's a whole case around it, and George Haywood was the doctor that attended him that night, but sadly couldn't do anything for him. So that's his grave. Rains is also buried in the Stow-on-the-Wold. So check out our book, you can hear more of the story there. So I'm going to go around this side here. So we'll go around here. Might be best not to come on a muddy day, but here we go. That's something for you. But because it's a muddy day, hardly any tourists about, which is a bonus for us. Because every time we come to try and make these videos, there is always tourism around. I know tourists make money for the things, but when you try and make a video, it's not great. So we should go only this way. Try not to get people in the video. He's right in front of me. He's doing some filming as well. So you might see some. Okay. We have a little thing that's popped up here. It says, do the Tonkin Yule trees help to keep the church standing? I have no idea what that's about. But somebody stuck a little thing on it. Anyway, so we're going to go to the Tonkin Yule trees door, whatever you like it. And this is, here we go. This is supposed to be, here we go, the inspiration for the door to the, it was Le Mans and Lord of the Rings trilogy. I could be wrong. I'm sure I've got it right in the book. I got so many bits and pieces in my head. I absolutely forget half the facts sometimes. So here we go. This is Tolkien. So most of the Tolkien book. It's never actually 100% confirmed, but that is what it said. So there's more about Tolkien in the book, so I know I keep harping on about the book, but as poor authors don't get paid much money. Well, we don't make a lot of money, I should say, especially when you're self-published. So if you do feel like having a read our books, please do. You can get a tin of beans maybe out of it. So here we go. So let's have a look at some of these graves and look for these are all badly worn. I think these were meant to be bales. You find that a lot in the Cotswolds, bales tombs. You see, it's rather an old graveyard, so it's not much left. Some of them you can't read them. I've got to be careful because I slipped over the other day. I'm sure before this video goes up, I will be putting up another video of what I slipped over the other day. The professional I am, I just carried on. Anyway, so you can have a bit of fun with that video when it goes up. As professionals. I wouldn't say I was that professional. I do too much rambling. I'm rambling now actually. I should shut up. Okay, so where we go? We're back to the beginning, and then that's our walk for today. We'll see if this is good enough to go or not. Hopefully it is. Fingers crossed this time is everything's worked out well for me. And also I shall put some, as I remember, some little photos up to accomplish this video, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching.